Hello everyone, this is Alex with the Weekly Brew. I'm here with my friend Dan.
Yo.
And we're going to be playing some standard Magic this week. Let's see. I'm going to be playing a kind of like a John Aggro deck using Alicia, who smiles at death, Workshops of Death Dealer, Warden of the First Tree, Heir of the Wilds, some burn spells along with Kolaghan's Command and Atarka's Command. Proxy Atarka's Command because, you know, we're not all rich and have billions of dollars to spend $20 a week on Magic cards. So, what are you playing this week, Dan?
It's funny you mentioned the thing about money and having lots of it lying around. I'm playing a budget Warriors deck. The only thing that makes it somewhat expensive, or it's got some fetch land proxies. I have them. I just don't. I'm too lazy to dig them out. That's the only thing that makes it slightly more. I guess overall the deck is pretty cheap. It's a black and white Warriors deck, but it's around, I guess, $77 on Tapped Out. We'll provide a link to that if you're ever so inclined to build it yourself. I only did it because I had most of the cards at the onset of I think it was Cons when I first put it together, and it's just become stronger as the different sets rolled out. So
yeah, there's definitely some good warrior cards.
Yeah.
Surprised there's not actually like a warrior deck that's doing pretty well.
Well, not yet.
Yeah.
So this is definitely off a lot of people's radars, I think. I don't know how good it is, but hopefully it won't be terrible.
All right. And then you've got a beer this week. I don't have beer this week, unfortunately, but what are you drinking?
I am drinking a Firestone Union Jack IPA. I went to Total Wine, picked this up. To be honest, when I'm buying beers a lot of the time now, I kind of just go to the IPA section, and you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I did, and I picked this up because it looked good. And I've gotten most of the way through the case that I got, and it's not bad. It's pretty hoppy. I like hoppy beers, so yeah, I like it.
Cool. I'm drinking Mellow Yellow from a chain restaurant.
Fancy.
It's delicious.
From Popeyes.
It is from Popeyes, because Popeyes is the shiznit. All right, you want to, I guess, roll to see who goes first?
Sure.
All right, 10.
All right. Damn.
6. I will be on the play.
All right.
All right, sir.
Good luck to you, sir.
Good luck to you. Best 7 ever.
I will keep.
Ugh.
One of the benefits of playing such an aggressive strategy is I most of the time keep my hands, because the curve is 1.97.
I'll keep mine as well. And I will start with just a forest.
No, just a forest.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Caves of Koilos, your turn.
That's pretty good. Warden of the First Tree.
Mm-hmm.
And a War Waste past you.
Proxy card, Bloodstained Mire. Get rid of that.
Alright.
Down to 19. Proxy card, Bloodstained Mire. Get rid of that.
Alright.
Down to 19. The point of the the fetches in this deck, I'm not playing for, because obviously the Zendikar ones would be more ideal, but it's just to thin the deck. Really, that's all it's there for. Seems to be a proven strategy in mono red, so I figure I borrow that. Alright, so I have 2 mana.
Dose mana.
And I'm going to throw down a Hand of Silumgar.
Death Touch.
2/1 Death Touch.
Yeah.
Who's a warrior.
Warrior.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty pertinent.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Alright, tap. Draw.
Although he doesn't really look like much of a warrior, just kind of puking purple vapor.
I think I'm just gonna play this Bloodstained Mire and just pass for now because I don't want to attack into a Death Toucher.
Okay. I will draw. Swing for 2.
Alright, no blocks.
Alrighty.
Down to 18.
I play a Caves of Koilos and get pinged for 1
Alright.
at 18. And I will drop down a Dramoka Warrior 3/1.
3/1.
Yup. Back to you.
Alright, first I'm going to fetch, crack my Bloodstained Mire, and go find a mountain. There's a mountain. And then I will take another one and boost my Warden of the First Tree up to, I don't know, level 1.
So it's a 3/3.
So it'll 3/3, yeah. So I do it down to 16. You want to cut?
Nah, fine.
There. So then upkeep. Kind of wondering what to do. I can play another land and then kind of just sit back on this and then put it up another level. But then I'm worried, I'm sure you're probably playing, at least some removal. Let's see. And I kind of want to save this in case I need it.
It's nice to have options.
Yeah. Or I can play that. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Alright, first I'm going to play an Urborg. And then I will tap this for red, black, whatever, colorless, and cast Kolagon's Command. So I'm going to choose target player discards card, you, and then Kolagon's Command deals 2 damage to target creature or player, and I'm going to do 2 damage to that.
No, I can read. I'm just thinking about the ramifications of what's happening. I will get hit for 1 using white mana, and I will play God's Willing on Dramoka Warrior.
Okay.
Resolves, I assume.
Yeah.
I scry that to the top, and I discard a card.
Which are you giving protection from what color?
Let's go with black.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, I have to announce that. And then I'll discard a Caves of Koilos.
Okay. That resolves. At this point, I think I'm just going to pass.
All right. Draw. I'm going to swing.
No blocks.
Okay, take 5.
Down to 11.
Play a battle brawler.
Yep.
And pay 1 white, so I'm down to 16. For a Oreskos Cat Warrior. 3-1. Go ahead. This has a give me extra dice. 1. Yeah, it's not a counter, but yeah, oops. Just to signify that that is a 3-2.
All right.
I typically don't like these types of strategies just because they completely expel your hand. But I do have a little bit of card draw, which hopefully will help me stay in the game.
I'll just play a forest and then play brutal horde chief.
When he's got an ability.
Yeah, it says whenever a creature you control attacks defending player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life, and then you can pay 3 and either 2 red or 2 white or combination, and then creatures your opponents control block this turn if able, and you choose how those creatures block. But right now, unfortunately, I won't be attacking because you have a bigger board presence than I do, so I'm going to pass to you.
Okay. I'm going to take 1 for using white. I'll play out Chief of the Edge. Other warrior creatures I control get +1. So I will swing with all my friends.
Alright, can't take all that damage, so I might have to block. Block there, and block there.
Okay, so you take, I guess, any combat tricks at all, or?
No.
Okay.
So that's a 4.
That's a 4, and that's a 3.
So 7.
7.
So I go down to 4.
And these trade off?
These trade off.
And your turn.
End of your turn, tap that for black because of Verborg. Exile those and cast Murderous Cut and kill that. Hopefully I draw into something because right now I just have land. Something.
The amount of creatures in this deck is very high. It's 32.
Heir of the Wilds, and I'll play Wooded Foothills.
This does not have a counter anymore.
Right. Yeah. Past you.
See what you did there.
What?
Okay, so you're at 4.
I am at 4.
I will swing with both of them.
I'm going to block there.
Okay.
Actually, I'll block that one.
Okay. So you take 2?
Take 2 down to 2.
Bellowing Saddle Brute. If it's got raid, I would have gotten hurt for 4 life if I didn't attack, but it did. So it is a 4/5 guy. Your turn.
Alright. No, this Wild Slash is not going to do it, so go on to next game.
Alright.
I will be on play again. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Cool. Did you show your cards? I didn't show.
No, not the first time.
Okay. I will keep this hand. So here's my hand. You may recall that, whatever, that is a card that I said it was. And I think this is pretty strong.
I'm going to keep this as well. Um, right now we can only really cast that, but hopefully we'll pull into either some more land to catch these two. But I'm gonna just try it, and I'll start with the mountain and pass to you.
Okay, I will play a polluted delta, the cheapest polluted delta ever. Down to 19. You actually have Blood-Soaked Champion. That comes into play tapped, doesn't it?
Blood-Soaked Champion? No.
No, it doesn't. It just can't block anyway, so.
Right.
Alright. Well, I'm playing a Blood-Soaked Champion. Go ahead.
Alright. That was a pretty good draw. I will play Wood Foothills, fetch for a forest, go down to 19, and play that. And past you.
I'm going to swing.
I'm not going to block.
Okay.
Go down to 17.
And that requires a black to do that?
Yeah.
To pump it or do anything crazy. Play out a Rescos Swiftclaw. Go ahead.
End of your turn, I'm going to pay red and wild slash that.
Okay.
Upkeep, drill. There's two routes we can go. We could play this, which will further the board state, or we can pump up the Warden and just go on the attack anyways. I think I'm just going to attack with the Warden for 1.
18.
And then play Nyx Weaver.
Nyx Weaver.
And then pass.
Okay. Play land, swamp, and play out Hand of Silumgar. Go ahead.
Alright, my upkeep,
Two
two
cards.
cards go in, so an heir and a brutal war chief.
Brutal.
Draw. Alright, I'm going to play an Urborg. And I'm going to tap those two and exile these 3 to play Murderous Cut and target your hand. And I will go to combat and just attack with that.
Okay. Alright. No blocks.
I'll pump it
15.
to its whatever little 1 thing. Then past you.
Okay. I will swing.
I haven't seen any pump spells yet. Do I care?
That's a good question.
No blocks.
Okay.
Down to 15.
Second main. Saddle Brute. Go ahead.
Alright. L2. Upkeep. Draw. Hmm. No.
You have 3 cards in hand.
I have 3 cards in hand.
So do I.
First, I'm going to play this Temple of Abandon, scry, and leave that there. And then I'm going to pass.
Draw. I will swing.
Alright, I will block here with my Warden.
Okay.
And then I'll put my Warden up to level 2. Which is still a 3/3, but it has lifelink. So
You gain 3.
gain 3, but then I lose 4, so I lose 1 ultimately.
Why do you lose 4? You like set them up so they were.
Oh, that's not blocking.
Oh, okay.
I just had to move it over. So I was not blocking that one.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
It looked like you were.
It's not my plan.
Judge! Okay. So second main. The bring back thing's 2, right?
Yeah, it's a black and a colorless.
Okay. Chief of the Scale.
Scale.
And I have no more cards in hand.
Alright.
Pass to you.
Alright, so upkeep 2. Draw. This is interesting.
Well, you look very concerned with the Battle Brawler.
Oh, Battle Brawler I'm not really too worried about right now. Alright.
Or are you more concerned with your pumping ability?
Well, I can certainly pump. That's the question is, do I want to do that and just go on the offense? Because then I could be swinging for an 8.
It gets 5.
It gets 5 counters on it. With trample and lifelink. So I'll be gaining 8, but then you can do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 3, so 11 on the swing back. Unless, and then you might even pull the Chief of the Edge or whatever, which will pump him up even more.
It's a tough call.
Yeah. I'm going to pass. I'm going to see if I can work out this, I don't want to say combo, but...
Combo. Okay. Well, there are no combos in this deck. It's all just attacking. So you get 5 counters on that thing?
Yeah.
Does it get vigilance or anything special?
No. Right now it's a 3/3 with trample and lifelink, but The third ability just puts 5/5 or 5/1/1 counters on it. But then I can keep doing it over and over.
Yeah, this is a part of the game that I didn't think I was going to have to get involved with, which is the counting thing. Okay, so I can do 3 and 5. Well, reasonably, you would block here, and you would kill one. Kill here. So that means that I would only effectively hit you for 5, but so you would gain 3 from this exchange. And 2 of my things would die. Well, as much as it pains me, I will not... Well, you have 2 cards. Maybe I can force you into doing something stupid.
Excuse me.
I'm going to pass just because I don't want to give you the opportunity to gain... Because you have open mana right now in order to pump. But you would just do it at the end of turn anyway. And I don't want you to lose... I don't want to lose creatures needlessly for that reason.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
Alright, well yeah, at the end of turn I will put 5 counters on that. Well,
I mean, doesn't that signify?
well it's level 2. That's like the...
I mean,
it's got 5 counters, so... Yeah. It would then be an 8/8, so... I mean, I guess essentially I could just put 8 counters on it. Alright, so upkeep, mill 2, draw,
This is an aggro deck, right?
Sort of. Alright, I'm going to go to combat and swing with that dude.
You can add 5 more counters to him.
I can.
Well, I'm not in a good position because you're going to gain 8 or potentially 13 life. I scoop.
You scoop?
Yep.
Alright.
This is not a position which is winnable for me. So go to game 3. Or are we siding?
I guess we could side now.
No, we can keep going.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Then that's, I guess...
Best of that series.
Yeah.
Yeah, when something... I'm not prepared to deal with something that big. That's what she said. No, it's just, especially with the life gain. If it didn't have life gain, I wouldn't feel threatened by it. But yeah. I can't have you gaining 8 life. And then 13 life and then expect me to win.
Yeah.
Not without a Hand of Silumgar to be a deterrent from you attacking.
Now, are you not running like ultimate price or any removal or?
Well, probably going to bite me in the ass, but no.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no point. The point of this deck is to just get in there. You don't want to likely trade with me because I have lower costed creatures, and so in order for you to get a board presence, you probably would just let a few through. The point after that is to just allow Bloodchin Rager, Bloodchin Rager to hit the field, which allows you to not be able to block profitably. So then you lose the remaining amounts of life because of your cautiousness.
Yeah.
That's the point of the deck.
Okay.
And then you saw the God's Willing. The God's Willing, I used it for a defensive purpose, but really it's offensive, so that I can get in there for the remaining points of damage to whittle you down. I'll keep. And I'll be on the play. I should have said that. I guess that wasn't obvious that I would want to. I'm the aggressor.
Alright, I'll keep as well. We have enough lands to catch the stuff that we have. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I have some proxies in here. It's not the best hand, but it's still fast enough, so we'll see how quick his deck is. And I'm going to start things off with the Polluted Delta and get rid of that. Also helps with thinning out the deck. So let's put a Swamp into play and shuffle again. This deck only runs 20 lands, so it's very lean, and I feel like that's okay. And I'm actually going to pass the turn after that.
Alright. I will draw. I think we'll start with the Atlanta War Wastes, tap it for green and lose one, and play a Warden.
Okay.
And pass you down to 19.
Play lands, play a Swamp specifically, and I will play out the Blood-Soaked Champion.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Untap, draw. I'm going to go to combat and just attack for 1.
18.
Second main, play a Swamp. I will take...
That's a mountain.
yeah, well, that's what I mean. I will tap this for a Swamp and play Thoughtseize and lose 3 down to 16.
I have 2 Hand of Silumgar, 1 Chief of the Scale, 1 Chief of the Edge, and 1 Bellowing Saddle Brute.
This is Bellowing, cost 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the Bellowing Saddle Route because I just don't have anything to deal with that right now. And then I will pass.
I will swing for 2.
Right, down to 14.
And Hand of Silumgar. Go ahead.
End of your turn, pay red, and hit that with Wild Slash. I'll keep draw. Wish we would draw into more land. Attack for 1.
17.
And I will take another down to 13 and play another Warden. And then pass you.
I will attack.
He either plays that back out if I block, or just take 2. I'm just going to take 2.
Okay.
Down to 11.
Another Hand of Silumgar. Go ahead.
Alright. Well, that's what we wanted. Bloodstained Mire. Go down to 10 and go find an actual swamp. And I will go to combat and swing with that one.
That one?
Just the one.
Okay, no blocks.
Alright, I will make it level whatever 1.
I take 3.
Past you.
I'll attack. Actually, do I want to attack with both? Takes you gotta get to 4 in order to do that?
Well, 4, yeah, we'll make it so I can get a thing to lifelink, yeah.
I'll attack with just 1.
Alright, I will block.
Okay.
So these both trade.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. I will play out another Tormented Hero. Or, sorry, another Blood-Soaked Champion.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
End your turn. Pay 1 for black, down to 9. Exile those and cast Murderous Cut.
That's what I was gonna. Actually, I pay. No, wait. He's not anything menacing yet. Okay. Alright.
So upkeep. Draw. Don't want to see my cards. Attack. Go to combat. Attack for 3.
11.
I will cast this down as a morph. And past you.
Swing.
No blocks.
Okay.
Down to 7.
Hand of Silmagar. Go ahead.
Alright. Keep. Draw. Not horrible.
I assume it's probably the red one, actually.
It is actually. I will flip that up for its Megamorph cost of 1
When is this happening?
during my first main phase.
Okay.
And it gets Megamorph cost, so it's +1.
And I can't. Power, right?
Irish Shaman can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures.
Okay.
And its Megamorph, when Irish Shaman is turned up, face up, exile the top card. And so it's like the Chandra ability. And I will play that, which is what I was hoping for, because I need land. I will fetch, go down to 6. There's a forest. And I will be playing out
Is it worth playing Nyx Weaver?
Is it worth playing Nyx Weaver? Heir of the Wilds.
Okay. I thought you were going to play Nyx Weaver.
And I will go to combat and swing with just that one.
For 3. Alright, I go down to 8.
Then I pass to you.
If I can ever find 8. Okay. So untap. This is probably the unluckiest thing to happen to me. um,
Was it just a bunch of like spells that cost white?
I have a full hand that cost white, and it would have been awesome because I could have done things. Well, I will attack. No, I need that one. Maybe you'll kill it. I will attack.
Alright, black one there, and black there.
Okay, see. Go ahead.
Upkeep. Draw. Brutal Horde Chief.
That's game.
That's game.
Well, do you see it?
Well, you're at 8.
2 your guys attack for 2. I get a
Or
damage
6.
from each of those.
True.
You get I get hit for 3, and then I get hit for 3, and this guy can't block.
Right. Okay.
That was terrible. I really needed a single... Any white source could have dramatically changed the game in my favor. But it didn't. Allowing me to pump my guys, or make them tougher to kill, or just sneaking one in, or even that would have helped too. But, turn too late.
Alright, so we're going to go to, I guess, sideboard and play a game after that. Well, my sideboard is 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Self-Inflicted Wounds, an Arc Lightning, Scouring Sands, 2 Roast, 2 Destructive Revelries, Merciless Executioner, 2 Heroes Downfall, and 2 Duress. Right now I'm just thinking Scouring Sands and Arc Lightning. Self-Inflicted Wound is I don't know if I really want Thoughtseize. Roast could be good for the Bellowing Saddle Roots, but I really don't know how many he's playing. So I think I'm just going to go with Arc Lightning and Scouring Sands. And maybe I will put in those. Maybe one of them. I'm going to try those 3. So 1 Self-Inflicted Wound, 2 Arc Lightning, or an Arc Lightning and a Scouring Sands. I'm probably going to take out the Thought. I have 2 Thoughtseize as main board. I don't think those are really necessary.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I gotta figure out, I guess, one more card.
So, I'm going to...
Maybe the whole next week thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take out 2 Chief of the Scale. I don't need to be worrying about defense. The reason they're only in there is to activate the Butcher guy to give him the first strike and the +1 to his attack. I need to be faster than him. I'm taking out 1 Sign in Blood, and then, well, no, these can get in there, so I will take out... Actually, I'm going to take out 1 Bellowing Saddle Brute and leave this Sign in Blood. And those are the cards that I'm taking out. The cards that I'm putting in are 1 Murderous Cut and 3 Bile Blight, just to take out his things and hit him in multiples.
Sounds good.
Yeah, get out those tree folk guys. Kill them all at the same time.
The tree folk.
No hippie stuff here.
I just want to live amongst the trees.
What do you mean? They're coming down from the trees to attack. They have advertised they are aggressive. Time to give them the plague.
I mean that's my that's my one drop. And my deck, my curve is fairly low. I think my top of my curve is the 4 drop with Brutal Horde Chief, and that's to gain some life essentially.
Come to think of it, you know what? I'm gonna amend what I said. I'm gonna take out another Bellowing Sour Brute and then keep in the God's Willing that I took out, because I need to be able to get in fast, and that not only protects my guys but allows me to sneak past yours, and I can also scry. So do you find a particular card shuffling strategy works for you?
I generally just do the rifle shuffling,
Yeah, me too.
but
Although, as I'm saying that, I'm doing this.
rifle shuffling is quicker for, you're trying to get to the next match, especially in like, more competitive scenario, like if you're at a shop playing in like FNM or, where time actually matters.
Yeah, you especially have to do them after, and this is very obvious, I guess, but whenever you play a long game, like against a control match, all your land is now clumped. I'm going to be on the play, by the way.
Sure.
All your land is clumped, and you do not... It's such a downer when you draw your opening hand and it's nothing but... There's no land in it, and that happens with Succession. Kind of a brutal... I like this hand. This is exactly what I want to do. It's very aggressive. It allows me to do everything that I need to, so I'm going to keep it.
On the other hand, my hand has nothing I can play, so I'm going to shuffle that back. Happens when you have no land.
That does happen.
But I'm definitely not, I'm running 22 land, you're running 20. Which seems very, very low.
Heart of the cards.
So quick shuffle. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this has stuff. Definitely those, and either work on those or just play that. So yeah, I'll keep this.
Cool. All right.
Good luck.
Play Swamp. Pass to you.
Alright, draw. That's pretty good. I will play Forest, then play your buddy, Warden of the First Tree.
That guy.
And pass to you.
Play out Plains. And I will play out Battle Brawler.
Battle list of the Brawlers.
Go ahead.
Right. That's actually
good.
Yeah. I'm gonna play this mountain. Just play Wild Slash, kill that, and go to combat. Get in for 1.
19.
I know he is playing Bile Blights, but I'm just gonna play this anyways. Play another Warden, and then pass to you.
Well, you don't know I'm playing Bile Blades.
Well, I think. Well, yeah. In theory, if I didn't.
Would you suspect that I'm playing Bile Blades?
You are playing black. And I'm just surprised you weren't playing really any removal at all. Like you said, but...
Go ahead. That's the point of the deck, is that I don't want to try to control this match. I want it to be over faster than, by turn 4 or 5.
Yeah.
That's how I end up manipulating the game. Removal is fine and well, but the longer I allow you to develop the board state, the more trouble I get in.
Right. Well, I'm going to play this Swamp in my first main phase, and then I'm going to attack with both.
No blocks.
No blocks. Alright. I'm just gonna let those go as the 1/1s,
Okay.
and then I will play a Rakshasa Death Dealer,
Okay.
and then pass. It's the first time I've drawn that, even though there's a play set of them.
Dromoka Warrior. Swing for 3.
3 with first strike, even. Right?
Yep.
Alright, well, I'm not blocking.
Okay.
So I go down to 17.
Go ahead.
I'll keep draw. Let's kill that guy and hit him with Wild Slash. Go to combat and swing out.
Okay.
I'll level that one up.
6. Down to 11.
And I will
You're tapped.
play that and then pass you. Yeah, I'm tapped out, but I still want to play land.
We should add more land. So how much does it require?
Cost
4. Okay, but it doesn't change anything.
It's still a 3/3, but it would have lifelink and trample.
Okay.
It was probably like all that clinging is probably on the video.
Probably. Let's see. You have the opportunity to do a lot of damage. At least 5 to me. I'm going to attack.
Alright, well, I have no 1 to block, so I'm going to take 3 and go down to 14.
Okay. Back to you.
Right. Excuse me. Draw. That's interesting. This is a proxied card for people who are wondering. You're at 11.
The reason why I attacked was because I assumed that he's out of Wild Slashes. Since he's running an aggro deck, he probably doesn't want a ton of them, and at most he wants 3, so I'm figuring he either has used all the ones in his deck or has used all the ones in his hand. So I'm feeling pretty confident that my Dromoka can trade with at least one of his guys. Dromoka Warrior.
Since I am an aggro deck, I'm going to combat and swinging with everything.
I'll block there.
Alright, 4 damage. I will cast my proxied Atarka's command for 1 second.
You don't even know what it does?
I know what I'm doing it for the +1/+1 counter, or +1/+1 till end of turn.
And then what? There's like 3 other abilities.
And then probably 3 damage to you. I just want to see what order they're in. Alright, so the way Atarka's command is ordered, your opponents can't gain life this turn. Atarka's command deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may put a land card from your hand on the battlefield, or creatures you control get +1/+1 and reach until end of turn. So first it's going to do 3 damage to you.
Mid-8.
And give my creatures I control +1/+1 and reach till end of turn. So that's going to be 4, and then again before damage I'm going to level up that guy.
So that's game.
So it's
How much damage did you do?
4 +3 is 7 +3 is 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was a downer. Where's my Bile Blight? There's one.
Bile Blight would have been pretty darn good.
Well, those were over really quick. So
You want to play again?
I don't know. It's running against the best of 5 rule. Yeah, let's just do another one. Either you win or I win very quickly.
Exactly.
The wild slashes that you had were very, very fortunate.
Yeah. If I didn't have them, I don't know what would have gone down.
Well, I had 2 cards. The cards that I drew were Sign in Blood and then Bile Blight. If I didn't attack that one with that one guy, then that would have allowed me to buy 1 turn. So then that would have allowed me to have the Bile Blight. I only had 3 mana cards, so I should have looked at my last mana, or the other card that was behind Bile Blight, because hypothetically I could have played the Sign in Blood and then looked at. No, that requires 2 blacks, so I still probably would have died anyway. But I'll be on the play.
Here.
I was really hoping I drew into that Bile Blight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll play with this.
Alright.
This is a weird hand. That's one of my proxies, but I feel like it'll provide me some action.
I'll play with this one. Unfortunately, we got 2 tap lands. I'll just say it. But we do have some early spells we can play with that. I mean, pretty much everything. So I'm going to stick with it.
Okay, so I'll play a Bloodstained Mire and go looking for a swamp, and your turn.
Alright, so I will draw.
I'm down to 19.
And I will play Temple of Malice, Scry. Don't really want another one of those, so I'm going to put that on the bottom, and then I will pass to you.
Okay. It's moving to untap, but there's no point. I'll play a swamp and play out a Hand of Silumgar, passing the turn back to you.
Alright, let's see. I will play Temple of Abandon, Scry. I'm going to leave that there and pass to you.
I will swing for 2.
Alright, down to 18.
Play out a Scouring Barrens, so that puts me back up to 20, healing the damage from the fetch land. Go ahead.
Right. Draw. Play that down, and I'm going to cast this as Morph and pass to you.
I will attack.
No blocks.
Okay.
Down to 16.
I'm going to play out Oresco's Swiftclaw, and then a Blood-Soaked Champion.
Alright.
Go ahead.
I am very happy you did that.
Why do you have a burn spell for it?
You will see momentarily. I was holding off playing it in hopes that you would play out some other creatures.
What, do you have a Drown in Sorrow?
No, but it's Scouring Sands. So first I'm going to flip this up for its Megamorph cost and exile that, which is unfortunate. That would have been better later, but I'm not going to play it now. I will play Scouring Sands and deal 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls, and then scry 1.
Okay.
So scry,
I would have not have thought you would run that card.
Well, I mean, mono red's still around. It's still a deck.
It's true, but that's at sorcery speed.
But it's like essentially a board wipe for mono aggro, mono red.
I guess, but think about the cards that are in the mono red deck. They all, they're either like Monastery Swiftspear is a 1/2.
True.
What other cards are played in mono red? I don't really play that.
I don't know.
Well, Zurgo.
Zurgo, but
He's a 2/2.
Is he? I thought he was 2/1.
No, he's a 2/2.
Oh.
I'm not saying that was a bad play. It wiped my board, but I'm wondering what you thought you would kill.
I don't know. I'll go to combat and attack for 3.
That notes take 3. I'm down to 17.
Then I'll pass to you. I figured there's a lot of tokens. So at least I only have 1 in the sideboard.
Yeah.
So.
I guess I'll Bile-Blight that.
Alright, so that is dead.
And I got nothing else. Go ahead.
Is there no 2/2?
He is a 2/2.
That's just surprising.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of 2/2s in the mono red build.
I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, yes, it would kill tokens.
Foundry Street Denizen.
That's a 1/1, yeah. If they chose to play Satyr,
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
what's it called? Fire Walker, Fire Dancer, Fire Eater. Fire Eater?
do they play
Fire
that?
Drinker Satyr. I mean, I'm just saying that's a 2/1.
Yeah. I will play Rakshasa Death Dealer and pass.
That land.
So yeah, I mean, I guess that to me, I was thinking like they played more of like the dragon, like they'll play like dragon fodder and then just play a bunch of make a bunch of goblin tokens and then they'll play their Autarchus command and just pump them up.
Play a Chief of the Edge. And then play Sign in Blood. So we're down to 15. Draw 2. And having not played a land this turn, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, because that would have come into play tapped. I played that a while ago, but I didn't play this.
Ago.
I'll play another Scouring Barons. Go up to 16.
Right.
Go ahead.
End of your turn. Pay red. Wild Slash. That. I'll keep.
Seems the bane of this deck is removal, because do you run 2 or 3?
I run a playset of Wild. Well, it would be a playset of Wild Slashes.
Oh, okay.
Just because maybe if I'm getting in, then I can just ping the opponent.
Yeah.
Ideally, this was supposed to be an aggro deck, but with some resilience.
I guess it makes sense if you think about it that way, but that would probably be the first card you side out, I assume.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, obviously during against.
Like anything like larger, like dragons. Imagine you're playing
Yeah.
Esper Dragons or anything dragons really. Green, white, something. They have pretty tough back ends.
Side them out and put in the sideboard. I do have some roasts, so I probably would trade out some of those.
Yeah,
roasts.
no, that'll work.
We'll go to combat
and
swing with that, and then pump it
for 4.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm at 12.
Second main, play Atlanta War Wastes. I'm gonna play that.
Okay.
And pass to you.
I feel like this was a misplay heavily on my end because of your board wipe that set me back. Because you're at 16 right now, I would be winning the numbers game. That was a flaw. Maybe this deck is not as self-deciding as I thought.
How many of the guy makes it so warriors have to be blocked by 2 or more?
I have 4. I've seen 0.
Yeah, exactly.
In all the games.
So I don't know.
But it's ironic because like in the pre-release, I was playing Mardu, and he came up every single game, and he was just wrecking.
Yeah. I mean, I would think if you had one of those out, it would be probably a little bit different.
Oh yeah, significantly different. Really don't want to do this. Oh, well, Bile-Blight, your cat. There can only be one cat. Go ahead.
Alright.
Although you have 5 cards in hand, so I'm assuming that you probably have just lands in there, maybe.
No.
No?
It's all stuff.
All stuff, like including lands?
No lands, actually.
Oh, shit.
They're all spells. 4 spells and 1 creature.
Well, you don't have to tell me that specific.
I'd rather save these and probably use this one right now. So I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the Oresco Swiftclaw play the ultimate price.
It's going to play the ultimate price?
Pay the ultimate price.
I will God's willing it.
Alright.
Scry.
Well, that's annoying.
You killed 3 of my guys with 1 spell.
Well, you're at 12. I'm at 16. Well, yeah. Lightning Strike. Go to combat, attack 2.
10.
Pass. Excuse me.
Whatever. Both those guys. I tapped the right mana, I just played them in the wrong order.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's see. What do we draw? Temple. Scry. Don't want another one of those.
What's up?
Nope. Hey Patrick, you want to play some Magic?
Oh.
Let's see. Alright, the other way. I'm fine. Take them on. Alright, so first I'm going to pay red and wild slash that guy.
Quiet you.
And then I will play it black. And
You're killing it with Murderous Cut.
yeah. And exile those 4.
And then you attack for 2, so I'm at 8.
Attack for 2.
Fuck's this shit?
It's
What are you
barely
facts
skinny.
doing?
It's not in frame. There it is.
Maybe edit that shit out. Alright,
Or you can leave it, it's funny.
pay a black, Rakshasa at the other.
Okay.
Out of cards.
Well, I don't think I can answer back.
That's a card.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do a combat.
Have to block here or else it pumps him.
Regenerate.
I'll take 2, down to 6.
And then I will take 1 for black and play Nyx Weaver and pass 2.
Go ahead.
Alright, so go 2. Repeat. Draw. Wall slash. And swing.
That's game.
Popeyes.
I did go to Popeyes.
Popeyes fried chicken and shrimp.
It's delicious.
What are your thoughts on that game?
I thought it went well
Oh, you
for
did
me.
Yeah.
I think at the first game, trying to figure out like you can only play a game online like against yourself so many times against other decks.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, I mean that's what I do with all my decks on like Tapped Out.
Oh, okay.
I'll try them out and see what I would think I would do.
Did you do that against this deck?
No,
Oh, okay.
I didn't even see that deck.
Okay.
I didn't play your deck actually. I try to stick to whenever I'm testing something. I'll try and do
Common archetypes.
the common ones. And I try to figure out how what'll play, what'll go, what'll people do, what do I think I would do.
So how do you think that did?
The first game, like I was saying, the first game was kind of wasn't really sure. Maybe you put me off like my my kilter or something like that, and because I didn't win the first game, you won the first game, right?
Yep. But then it was a slow decline.
Yeah.
Or fast, depending on how you look at it.
So maybe I was just waiting to find my groove, essentially.
Yeah, your deck has kill spells, and
It does.
and my deck has more creatures. So 1 for 1ing or 2 for 1ing, or in your one case 3 for 1ing, can be a huge detriment to this deck.
Right.
So I would say there are some definite problems on my part. One is the play issue. I shouldn't have been so greedy and played out. Hey, quiet. My cat's a glutton. Feed you in a second. Lost my train of thought. So I shouldn't have played out so many creatures, and maybe I should have been a little bit more respectful of his kill spells, especially after he seemed to board in more. And what I did was instead board in creature kill spells. Maybe I should have been boarding in more disruption, because I had duress, so I could have taken some stuff out of his hand, and also that would have given me the knowledge to attack more efficiently. So there was a bunch of things that I think could have been done differently on my side, but ultimately though, I feel like you just probably would have won if we kept on playing games. That seems like a superior deck. The upper end of the curve seems stronger, and mine kind of just caps out at things slightly bigger than bears.
Right. Which, I mean, I don't think is the wrong way, but then I would still probably want to supplement it with, some ultimate prices or some bio blights, or there's even that, I think there's like a 1 mana black spell that like will give you gain life, and then your opponent loses life for how many creatures you have attacking.
I think it's 1 life.
Let's see. So I would think something like that would be kind of interesting to do.
In my sideboard, I have 3 Bile Blights. 2 Murderous Cuts, 2 Rush of Battles, maybe those would have been good. 3 Erases, 2 Duress, and 3 Dark Betrayal. The Dark Betrayals are for the strongest things in the format seem to be black. So whether it be Silumgar something or Siege Rhino, that's my way to get past those guys. The Duress I mentioned, the Murderous Cut for anything that's not mono black, the Vile Blight for things that are smaller. Rush of Battle may have been, it's expensive though. The only reason I put it in there because it can surprise the hell out of people, because it gives everybody who attacks who are warriors, which is everybody I have, +2/+1 until end of turn, and they gain lifelink. So
I would say, I was playing that like kind of like Mardu Warriors for a little bit. I would say if you're gonna defend, I would not play Chief of the Scale. The one who boosts the defense. 2, I guess, is okay, but
because they were the first ones I subbed out.
If you're trying to get aggressive, I wouldn't even your guys are gonna die.
Yeah, but the point of him being in there is that he acts as a qualifier for battle brawler,
Yeah.
and then he also could surprise people by hopefully getting them out of range of certain kill spells. Like Scouring Sands.
The card that I was thinking of is Foul Tongue Shriek.
Yeah.
1 black.
But it only does 1, right?
The target opponent loses 1 life for each attacking creature you control.
Yeah.
You gain that much life. So if you're attacking with 3 guys, they lose 3, you gain 3. And it costs 1 black. You know who's also a warrior is what is that stupid white card?
Yeah, Fenza?
Nah, well yeah, she probably is a warrior, but the one who has prowess and has lifelink.
Oh. Yeah, but I'm not playing a ton of spells, though.
No. But
Yeah, the Jeskai guy. What's his name?
probably monastery or something. But you know, that's an idea. Might give you a little more survivability.
Isn't it Wandering something? Wandering Swiftspear? Wandering...
No. I will find it.
Well, anyways, we can look it up later. I'm sure
Yeah.
everyone who's watching, if anyone's watching, is like, it's this card. It's totally this card.
All right. Well, if you guys are watching, thanks for tuning in. Again, hit the like or subscribe button if you like the video. Any comments would be appreciated. Be working on putting in, you know, some life counter overlays on the video, something like that. If I can figure out how to work editing software. And again, if you like, if you want to have us try any beers. You know, for the show, then
The menace is on the loose. Get
Baba
down,
Booey,
Max.
Baba Booey. Howard Stern's penis.
All right. Well, yeah. If you guys have any beers you want us to try, let us know in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Alex, my friend Dan for Weekly Brew.
That was Patrick.
All right. Thanks, guys.